Hello, did you know Betaflight 4.4 has a new enhanced GPS rescue mode? Previously it would just come back towards you and essentially act like a missile and just try and crash at you. So the idea was to obviously take it out of return home before it got there. But in 4.4 there have been some really drastic improvements where it tries to come home and land. And I thought, you know what, I should go to the field and try that out. So let's go to the field. Hello, I'm in literally the middle of a field. It's quite overgrown at the moment, and normally I'd be up against there taking shelter or something, and the reason I'm here is because I want to test Betaflight 4.4 rescue mode, and this is different from the previous rescue mode. Previously, rescue mode kind of turns into a missile and would just crash at you. This new one attempts to land, and it does it without the aid of a compass, so it may not be quite like the DJI thing, but it's good to check out. So I've got the little Tyro 129 here and the Boxer radio. It's running a converted R9 module to ELRS. So I'm just going to fly it out a couple of 100 meters, hit rescue, and try and grab this camera to see if I can film it, hopefully coming back. I think I'll probably be a few seconds just looking in my goggles to make sure it's doing the right thing before we try and catch it coming and see, you know, how close it's going to get to this. Fortunately, this overgrown field means if it misses, the landing should be fairly okay. We'll see. Let's find out. Okay, all looks good so far. We've got 16 sats, and my glasses there because I'm going to have to swap over some stuff. Arming, and go into air mode. Go off sideways as you normally do. And off we go. Satellite's holding nicely. Someone's firing a shotgun. Always lovely. So we'll try and go and follow this track along. So we're at 270, 280, about 300 meters. So let's hit return to home. Rescue mode is activated. It's gone on. I'm going to put my glasses on, grab hold of the GoPro. Radio's down there. Where's the quad? Well, just had a quick look in the goggles. It's on its way somewhere. There it is. It's up high. It's coming back high. It's put the brakes on. It's kind of circling a bit. I don't want to be under it. It's trying to hunt me down and kill me. It looks like it's trying to get a better angle. Going around again. It's coming to get me. Oh, there was a... Well, there wasn't so much of a landing than sort of let's get close. We think we're okay, let's drop to the floor. Obviously, both barometric sensors and our GPS sensors, they don't know the height that well. I haven't looked at the DVR footage to know if it thought it was at 0 and thought, oh, I'll turn it off, I'm close enough. Or it's just like, yeah, whatever, just turn off. Obviously, things like DJIs have sensors. They know exactly where they are in the sky. They can hover in a particular direction because they've got a compass and a GPS. This is a miracle compared to its initial thing. And the thing is that the reason I'm not worried that it just comes up and drops out of the sky is because this is a mode you'll almost never have to use. Yes, you might have to use rescue mode, but let's think about why you'd need to use rescue mode. Either you've lost video, you've lost signal, and it starts coming back to you. If either of those things recover, you take it out of rescue mode, you come down and land it nicely. The only reason you'd need a full comeback and land is if basically your radio broke. If someone came, Karen came and smashed it out of your hand and said, you can't fly here, you'll kill all the babies, then, oh my God, I've got no radio, what do I do? It'll come back, it'll do some weird things and land. This is the reason I was out in the middle of the field. I have tested this before and I know that it can kind of circle about. You don't want to be near bushes, under trees, anywhere like that. That would be bad, but as it is, it's okay. So if we look back at the DVR footage, this thing got to about 3.1 meters before it disarmed and basically fell to the ground. So is it working? And the answer is no, yes, kind of. So what should happen is there's this thing in GPS rescue mode which you can't see in the Betaflight settings, you have to go to CLI to look at it, called GPS rescue landing alt, which is set to 4 meters. And the idea is what happens when it gets to 4 meters, it should go into this landing thing where it doesn't try and adjust pitch and roll, it just sort of comes down, and then
it waits for the accelerometer to have some sort of indication that it's bumped, and then it thinks, oh, I must have touched down because I've had a weird bump. So it seemed like it got below that place and just like, oh, I've hit the ground, therefore I should power off. So not entirely working, and I could do something like, I could set that to, for example, 2 meters or 1 meter. So that way it would disarm when it's close to the ground. And, you know, it might improve, things might get better and stuff. In terms of the settings I used in this, and I'll show you my settings in Betaflight, this is exactly the same as I'd used before in version 4243, just for regular GPS rescue before it would come home and land. But I kind of still stick to what I said in the field. It doesn't really matter that it doesn't land nicely. The fact is that your use of this should be restricted to, my radio's been smashed up, something bad's happened, someone's gouged my eyes out and I can't see what I'm doing. Something along those lines where you can't possibly recover. Because if you can recover the signal, even if your video is gone, you can bring it in manually. As long as you've got that radio signal there, you should be able to do something. It's only if that goes completely and doesn't come back, you should be relying on this. And as far as that goes, it's a lot better than coming in at you at like 40 miles an hour like a cruise missile. Yeah, it does some weird things, just looping around, looking like it's going to kill you, and you have to do a bit of dodging weaving. But that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, it's a major upgrade. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if it improves further in the next couple of revisions of Betaflight. I'll have an experiment with the landing alt thing, see if I can get it any better. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm fairly happy. It's pretty good. Anyway, just my feelings. If you've got different results and you've tested out, please feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I'll probably be asking you exactly what you did differently and what happened. Anyway, hope that's useful, and I'll catch you next video. Bye for now.
Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing, and if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.